Hello, and welcome to the Great Game Debate Podcast, where friends come together to talk about and respectfully disagree about video games. As always, I'm your host, Kata Berthe Lane. My wife could literally go into labor any minute now, so if I have to split in the middle of the podcast and somebody take over, don't hold it against me. And of course, I'm joined by the godfather of the debate himself, Jonah Gomez. How you doing, buddy?
I am doing great. New big game that I've been playing called BattleBit Remastered.
Mm-hmm.
Mateo needs to play it,
The new
so
hotness.
dude, it's so good. It feels good too because the game's doing like really well and reviewing well. And
Yeah.
it's only 3 devs that have worked on it for the last
Wow.
7 years, and
I'm
it's
surprised like the servers just haven't like buckled.
Oh, they
you
did.
know?
They did a couple
Oh, okay.
times. They have, but they're selling enough copies that they're able to get more server space and
That's
boost them
awesome.
and whatnot. And so that's super nice. And yeah, Mateo needs to get it so he can play with us.
Peer pressure, peer pressure.
Game looks nutty. I heard they made $27 million in like 4 days of sales on that game.
Did you see that? Did you see that Jax Frags video too?
You have to split that 3 ways with your 2 other dev guys. That's pretty wild.
Well, Steam's getting like $8.9 million out of it, but yeah, they got to split the rest.
Right. Yeah. Well, of course, that's the man with the golden voice, Mateo, and the saucy Aussie, Steven. How are y'all doing this week?
Hello. I'm doing fine, man. I realized that I fidget a lot whenever we're recording these. So I picked up this little like fidget device, so hopefully it focuses me a little bit more.
Oh, dude, me too. The entire time
I really need one of those.
I'm spinning this pen around while I'm writing my notes and stuff.
I used to love Switchblade USBs at school.
Yeah.
Best ones.
All right, and our special. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Steven. Did you have something to say? A little update for us.
Nothing to say.
Save it for later. Well, our special guest this week is returning guest from the show, Jared, from our episode 67. Was a Total War versus Civilizations debate, and I have to say, our audio listeners are missing out because Jared has the guns out in Big Trouble in Little China tank top, Pork Chop Express, choo choo. How you doing, Jared?
Good. Yeah, it's fun being back on here again. So,
hell yeah.
Awesome. Well, folks, I hope you stopped by the Water Temple and looted Dark Link's corpse for the evil Master Sword because it's time for the icebreaker. All right. Well, our icebreaker comes in this week from Discord member Holden. When does a company stop being associated with the word indie? Is indie more of a vibe than an actual title nowadays? Could any company make an indie game? I've started just for myself, like in my head, the Webster's Dictionary definition of indie that I made up is just like, did the developer self-publish? Okay, it's indie. But it's so hard,
That's pretty fair, honestly. I can't.
Yeah, but there's like AAA studios that self-publish.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So Ubisoft is indie.
Yeah.
Yes, they're independently publishing. No.
Like I do like the notion of like the EA originals and stuff where it's like the developers aren't indie, but they get to keep all of their profits and everything like that. It's like it's just this good faith gesture, but it's definitely not indie in the fact that they are publishing them and freaking putting them on. But but yeah, so I appreciate what you're saying, Caden. So that just makes it hard. It's like so every single Devolver Digital game isn't indie then.
Right, exactly.
Well,
that's correct.
Jared, that's a hot take.
in preparation for this episode, because for the longest time we thought we were doing an indie debate this week, but it turns out we're not doing an indie debate. Didn't you do some? Didn't you do a little bit of homework at trying to figure out the definition of indie?
I did, and what I figured out is nobody actually knows for sure what classifies indie, but I've heard from if the budget of the game is all like crowdfunded, that makes it indie. If your team is a certain size, you're indie. Basically, if you want to say that you're indie and you don't have massive backing, you can kind of just get away with it.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
There's a wide range where it's covered.
That's the thing. It's like Platonic Games is an indie developer, but now they publish games for other
It's they're an indie publisher. Well,
Indie
any other strong
publishers.
thoughts on indies before we move on?
To me, like it's like y'all said, it's hard to define, right? So it makes me think of that Supreme Court quote where they're talking about like art and pornography, and they're like, I could not tell you what the difference is between art and pornography, but I know it when I see it.
Intent.
That's how I feel about indie games.
Maybe intent has something to do with it, but yeah, like but you can fake that as well,
Sure.
just like art. But I was just thinking, Machine Games are doing an indie game, and that's
God damn it!
exciting.
You're so stupid. This is
How about
the
if it's
second.
on?
This is the second time you've made that stupid ass joke on this show.
I love it.
If it's on itch.io, is that automatically indie?
Yes.
Account?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably,
Even if it is,
right?
even if it was like, well, that's the thing. It's like it's free. The person
Mhm.
did it off their own back, like, and you
Yeah.
wouldn't see a big. Well, like I was even.
So does that mean
watching
free
the-
games are indie games? Is Fortnite an indie game?
Oh my god.
in some respects, but there's a lot of money.
It's self-published, right?
I was thinking of like I was watching Psych Odyssey, the documentary, and when they got bought by Xbox, they pretty much said like they do this thing called Amnesia Fortnite, where everyone pitches games, and whoever has the best ideas, they'll make this little demo mini game, and then if they even like it even further, and then they'll develop it into a game. And they're like,
Ooh, fun.
the Xbox was saying you can't really do that because they're like, oh, whoever makes the idea owns it, and they're like, yeah, that can't fly under Xbox
Oh,
because
yeah.
we own
That's like
all
anything
the
you make at
idea.
a game jam, we just
Mm.
own it all. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's weird.
so
That's weird.
yeah, so it's weird. So yeah, anything on itch.io should be indie because you wouldn't see someone from a big dev like Bungie or something probably making something because they
Yeah,
probably
they
aren't
just
allowed
wouldn't put
to.
it out there for free, for sure.
Yeah. Or
What
they're just
about
not
if
allowed
it's made in like RPG Maker or GB Studio or whatever that one's called? It's probably indie.
What?
I call anything made in RPG Maker a skip. So
Hey. There's some good ones.
What if a
Keep talking,
AAA
I'll look up
team
some
like
good-
just took the RPG Maker and just made a full-fledged RPG, like the Final Fantasy team? They just
at least like I don't mind the art style. It's just the text boxes. Every single time I see that text box, and I'm like, oh, it's
Yeah.
RPG Maker, and I just go, oh yeah.
Yo,
I don't-
Omori, RPG Maker game.
What?
Oh!
That game was like Game of the Year contender.
What?
Yeah, check
They-
yourself, Steven.
They worked a lot with that engine, not like a lot of.
Yeah, there's like
The-
clear levels of like
Yeah.
skill and quality.
everyone
depending
kept
on-
telling me to play
To
that
the
game.
Moon has to be made in RPG Maker, right?
It is. It is. Lisa, I don't know if you guys know Lisa the Painful. That's a wild one.
Wow.
What are you saying, Jonah?
Everyone kept telling me to play Omori just because I'm such a big fan of Earthbound, and I tried that game last year. I was like sick with COVID, and I had my Xbox, so I'm just sitting in my room like trying to play that game, and it was just too dark and miserable for me to play that while sick with COVID. So I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do this.
Yeah, it's not a very upbeat, spirit lifting game. All right. Well, in conclusion, we don't have a good answer to this question. Thank you.
Conclusion,
Evan.
no conclusion.
If you listen closely though, you can hear Jill screaming in rage somewhere out there at our
Yeah,
answer
really-
to this question.
Our real answer is we're forwarding the email to Jill Grote from Indiana. So,
And John Carson now as well.
Oh yeah, and John Carson.
yeah. Shout out John Carson. All right. Well, Jared, if people want to kind of know a little bit more about you, they could go listen to episode 67 when we last had you on. But bullet points are your self-professed Sega Genesis fan, fighting game fan. Do you have any hot takes about Mortal Kombat 1 or just Summer Game Fest impressions in general since last time we talked to you?
Yeah, I was super pumped to see Mortal Kombat 1, and then I started seeing these characters jumping off the side
Yeah.
in old 90s outfits, and I was like, not the biggest fan of that. It looks really distracting and really goofy, so we'll see. The rest of the game looks
All right.
amazing, so we'll just have to see.
He just
Go.
gave some big props to side-scrolling games, but
Any other games you're super excited about that were showcased Summer Games Fest?
Yeah, the Summer Games Fest, man. I am super pumped for. I mean, a lot of people are, but Starfield. I was not super into it, and then they did that huge, like 40-minute, reveal of it, and they're going over all the different things of the game, and it looked really good. So
Yeah.
I'm actually hyped up for that game now.
Yeah, I
Can't
think
wait
they
to
won a
go
lot
out
of
and be
detractors,
a sandwich bandit.
Yeah.
They always like, man.
I did love
People
that they
just can't
acknowledged that
think of
goofiness.
like good anecdotes, and they just come up with the stupidest stuff. It's just, it's great. Like everyone knows that. Yeah, you steal everyone's cheese wheels. I get it. Like that's
Cinnamon rolls.
Yeah. But
I thought it was charming because it's. Go, Jared.
Yeah, I'm there for Armored Core too. The new Armored Core coming out.
Ooh.
Yeah,
It's been a long time since a crazy mech game has come out, so
Yeah.
I'm excited to see. I
For
hope
sure.
it doesn't feel like giant robot Dark Souls. I don't want that. I want an actual mech game.
Said
I'm
it's
I'm
been a
a little
while.
worried it might be that.
He said
I
it's
was
been a
surprised
while
that,
since a good mech game. Rest in peace, Titanfall 3.
I
Ooh.
was surprised that Demon X Machina supposedly is getting a sequel, and I don't know how that's solved.
That game. It seemed like
Think it-
literally no one I know played that game. So.
Isn't that a platinum
I,
game?
I like the art style of it. No, it looks like a
actually don't
platinum
know.
game.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, the art style's sick, but super excited for Starfield. Well, if you guys are ready, I'll toss the go over to the judge Jonah for the debate.
All right, let's get into this debate, gentlemen. We have a perspectives debate with Steven representing side scrollers versus Jared representing top down. We originally I thought anyway, that we were going to do just indies because Steven said he wanted to just do indies when I proposed this originally. And he's like, yeah, we can do it if we do indies. And I was like, okay, sure. And we get to recording today, and he's like, so wait, we're doing indies? I didn't plan for indies.
I didn't think about indies.
So we are just doing the perspective, not indies. Mateo is going to be our on the fly assist trophy.
Oh no, am I doing an assist trophy?
Yes, you are. You're doing on the fly assist trophy.
Okay, we'll figure out something.
And Jared, as our guest, would you like to start or close the debate today?
I'll start the debate today.
Ooh, starting. All right.
Out the gate.
Jared,
Damn.
you've got 2 minutes on the clock. 3, 2, 1, debate.
So, top-down perspective has got such a wide berth of games as opposed to the 2D, side-scrolling genre. You got, like, if you want story games, and now a lot of these games, I won't lie, are going to be indie games because I was ready for indie games. But if you want, like, story games, let's say you got even the newer, the 12 minutes game that came out. One single shot, check in the room. It's got, you're traveling back and forth in time. And as you can go through all of them, you have like Diablo style games. You've got the twin stick shooter genre, which that's so many different games all together stuffed in there. You've got different like farm sims. You have Stardew Valley was a huge one. Everybody, started playing that one. And you've got RTSs, you've got MOBAs. Like there's so much to do with the top-down perspective, and that's not even counting like the major ones, like the whole Zelda franchise, up into the newer games, starting like 64, I think was the first one that was the 3D angle. But it just offers so much more variety than you're ever going to find in a 2D side scroller. You're not going to have to worry about just left or right. It's not too hard.
30 seconds.
So,
Damn it.
But yeah, and looking at these, there's actually a lot of games that I had never even really consider the top down, but there's so many. Even the Kingmaker, like the Pathfinder games, Divinity Original Sin, like they're just any style of game that you like. There's fast paced RPGs, like there's everything. So good luck, Steven.
Time.
That was a great opener. Yeah, I didn't even thought about twin stick shooters and farm sims. Yeah, really great genre pools there for sure.
All right, Steven, you got 2 minutes on the clock. 3,
Oh yeah.
2, 1, debate.
Side-scrolling is so OP that I have just strictly chosen side-scrolling like platformers. So let's just run down the list, all right? Little Big Planet, 95 on Metacritic. Celeste, 94. GBA re-release of Super Mario Bros. 3, 93. Ori and the Will of the Wisps, 93. Braid, 93. Symphony of the Night, 93. GBA re-release of Super Mario World, 92. Cuphead DLC, 92. Rayman Origins, 92. Metroid Fusion, 92. Rayman Legends, 92. Little Big Planet 2, 91. Inside, 91. Klonoa 2, 91. Sonic Mania Plus, 91. Dead Cells, 91. GBA re-release Yoshi's Island, 91. Aria of Sorrow, 91. SteamWorld Heist, 91. Circle of the Moon, 91. Spelunky 2, 91. Shovel Knight Treasure Trove, 91. Rogue Legacy, 91. Trials Evolution, 90. Spelunky, 90. Ori and the Blind Forest, 90. Hollow Knight, 90. Super Meat Boy, 90. Super Mario 3D Land, 90. Limbo, 90. Guacamelee, 90. Metroid Zero Mission, 89. Axiom Verge, 89. Dawn of Sorrow, 89. New Super Mario Bros, 89. That's 35 games. Not including all the SNES and NES era bangers that absolutely dominated the market. But all these games scored higher than StarCraft, which got an 88. And that's seen as one of the greatest RTSs of all time. Thank you for the high five, Caden.
30 seconds.
The biggest thing to showcase there is just like the heights of side scrollers are in the pantheon of top 100 games of all time. These are just absolutely immaculate bangers, and I'll get into more of it in the rebuttal and my closing statements. I'll leave my time there.
Leave it 10 seconds on the table.
That's an interesting argument. You know, I really wonder how some of these games would do if they were like put out as new games today and rescored by the critic community. Because like I feel like Castlevania Circle of the Moon is not a 91. You know?
Hollow Knight's not a 90 either, but that should be hard.
Yeah, it's a 100. Yeah,
Yeah. Debatable.
literally.
All right,
How
Jared.
could you go about regrading games like that? That's an interesting concept. Do you have to choose like kids that have no historical context or anything and just plot them in front of games if they hold up?
What is this Sonic game? This is so bad. I can't even shoot anything.
It's like, how long does Gen Z play the game without switching back to Fortnite? You know.
All right, Jared, you got 2 minutes on the clock. We're going into round 2, the rebuttal phase. 3, 2, 1, debate.
Yeah, so Stephen named 35 games, and within all those 35 games, there was 3 different kinds of games. You got 2D platformers, Metroidvanias, and Guacamelee is like a Smash Bro kind of game.
No, it's
Metroidvania.
It's a Metroidvania.
Metroidvania? I don't play them.
But so it's got 2.
There's not a whole lot of variety going on there. It's if you've cracked the formula to a good Metroidvania, you're going to get a high score from the guy at IGN that likes Metroidvanias. It's just the way it is. So it's not hard to name 35 2D side-scrolling games. But when you're talking about the top-down, we have things like Diablo, which, I mean, Diablo 4 just came out to universal acclaim too. And you've got stuff like, even the smaller indie stuff, you've got Nex Machina, you've got Enter the Gungeon, and there's, did anyone play FTL? I know that was a smaller game.
Oh, yeah.
Such a great game. There's so many great games and also such a wide variety that I just don't, it's not really a comparison between top-down and side-scrolling. Like, there's so much you can do with these games. There's so many different ways to play them. There's one. Have you ever heard the game RimWorld? The game.
That's familiar.
It is such an in-depth it's a small project for sure, but it's such an in-depth, crazy game that you're building and managing settlements and
30 seconds.
people and all this stuff. On top of that, it's got such like just in-depth systems on systems on systems, which you just can't do. Maybe Terraria, I'd say, is the most complicated 2D side scroller I've ever seen, and 2D Minecraft is fine, but yeah, I don't know. Just with these two things compared to each other, I don't know. Doesn't seem like a very close contest to me. It's pretty clear cut.
Time. All right. Steven, you got 2 minutes.
Sorry, I was going to open with Mateo because I just want to hear him trash top down because I know that he likes top down, so I just want to hear him trash on it.
I knew you were gonna do that.
All right, Mateo, you got 30 seconds on the clock. When his time ends, Steven, you're just gonna roll straight into it. 3, 2, 1, debate.
Okay, so here is the best thing about 2D platforming games. The third dimension it's honestly kind of lame. You don't need it. It's discriminatory. People without another eye, like that, the depth perception thing, it's unnecessary. When I used to go to Chuck E. Cheese way back when, I played a lot of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Simpsons. Do those count as side scrolling? I actually don't even know now that I'm making this point. But if they do, those are strong contenders for Steven. Golden Axe. That's actually another one that I don't know if that's side scrolling or not.
Thank you for not trashing on top down at all. Thanks for the help there. Now let's just talk about ask any gamer, any real gamer, what is the greatest thing to do in video games? Jonah, punch yourself in the face. It's not shooting a gun. Just punch yourself in the face. It is jumping. It is jumping. And what else can you do in games? Double jump. And that is one of the greatest feelings ever. Air dashes, double jumps, absolute pure perfection. And what can you not do in a top-down game? Double jumps and air dashes. So this is where side-scroller just wins based on feel. Top-down games can be immersive in story, and they can be immersive in choices you make and split-second decisions on, say, an RTS scale or whatever. But actual game feel, the reason we're holding a controller and are just so invested in moment to moment is just feeling how a character moves in a video game, making it so that I am really immersing myself in something that I can't do personally myself. So yeah, using a hook shot and just jumping and gliding and flying and just
30
that
seconds.
is what 2D side scrollers do for me. Like I said, I'm not going to go. The reason why I'm not going to go into fighting games is because it's too OP, and side-scrolling beat 'em ups is too OP. So I'm just focusing on 2D platformers, and jumping is the single greatest feeling you could do in a video game. And I'll leave it there, and I'll close out soon.
10 seconds on the table. All right.
Yo, man. Oracle Seasons, Rock Cape.
Yeah, I was
top down jumping.
Trash. Yeah, it's trash.
All right. Jared, we're going into the final round. You have 2 minutes on the clock. Would you like to use Mateo as your assist trophy?
Sure.
All right. Would you like to start with Mateo?
Yeah, we'll start with Mateo.
Okay. Your time will roll in as soon as his ends. Mateo, you got 30 seconds on the clock. 3, 2, 1, debate.
Let's just talk a little bit more about FTL because I've been playing it a lot lately because I was recording this episode for fun and games. But I was thinking that the slugs, I never use them, but they're immune to mind control. So maybe I should start using them more because I've been running these mind control ships, and it might be my favorite way to defeat enemies in FTL. I used to do a lot of boarding parties with the Mantis, but I would always leave my people over there and then blow up the ship, and I'd lose all my dudes. So that's kind of disappointing.
Time. Go ahead.
So, Steven says that the greatest thing in gaming is jumping, which was probably true 35 years ago when it was new. It's probably true. It's moved on from there. It's You know, they're still great. They're fun to hop back to every now and then. Do a little, 2D platformer. Dead Cells is fun, but you got like League of Legends. It's top down. It's the most viewed game on Twitch. It's the highest paid you're going to see in any esports league. It is like technically the game. The community, that's another question there, as inviting as like the Ku Klux Klan. You don't want to, that's whatever. The game itself, though, has risen to heights that hardly any other games are going to achieve. And it goes from such a wide, huge game like that, even down to this is a newer one that just came out. It's called Moonbreaker. And it's a tabletop style game where you get figures almost like a Warhammer, and you play this game. You can paint the models yourself and all that, but that's such like from League of Legends, which is a big grand thing, to Moonbreaker's is super niche game. Like, it's got all of the bases covered, and that's not even talking about Hades, which it was 2 or 3 years ago got nominated for Game of the Year.
30 seconds.
An indie studio making that game. So I don't know any indie studios making 2D side scrolls that are getting Game of the Year nominations.
Sorry.
You leaving it there, Jared?
That's it. Yeah, that's
okay.
it.
Leaving 20 seconds on the table. All right, Steven.
Good.
You got 2 minutes on the clock, man. Let's close this thing out. 3, 2, 1, debate.
All right, let's talk about legacy. The greatest legacy, and this is serious, the greatest legacy that Super Mario Bros. Had, not only did it save the video game industry, and that's no lie, the greatest legacy that Super Mario Bros. Has is organic tutorialization. And this is something you don't see in any other genre other than your platformers and Metroidvanias. And it's the greatest feeling to be taught something by the environment. And that's to say that in 1-1, you get a Goomba. If you hit it, you die. Cool. What can I do with the buttons? If I jump and I jump on it, it breaks. Yeah, cool. And then it's like, here's a little gap for me to jump. Cool. And now here's a bigger gap for me to gap for me to jump, and I can't make it by just pressing the jump button. Okay, what does this other button do? It makes me run. What if I run and jump? Cool. Then I can make it over there. That game philosophy that was birthed by Nintendo and has gone on for years and years and years in Metroidvania games and platforming games is just such a beautiful feeling for people that want one-to-one gameplay of like, I want to press a button and I want a response. I don't want to have to go through menus and menus of learning tutorials. I want to be in the action straight away. I just want to be playing a video game, and that is what side scrollers allow you to do. They don't stop you from playing a video
30
game.
seconds.
They say, do you want to have fun? Let's go have fun. Let's jump, let's dash, let's talk about another one of the greatest things. It's in Hollow Knight, the pogo, talking about DuckTales. Again, like things that are from the past.
Man.
It still feels so good to do today. And like, yeah, just something you can't do in other games. And it's just amazing feeling. And that's what I love. Response and feeling. And that's why I play video games.
Time. All right.
Wow.
That was the debate.
That's hot.
That was a good closer, Steven. That was pretty good. It was a pretty good closer. I felt the passion in it. Caden, as our host and our silent protagonist in this debate, I'd like to get your thoughts on this debate.
Yeah. Yeah. I have to do a quick aside. Somebody was talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles earlier. Might have been Mateo. There's this meme I saw. It's a fair concession stand that says cotton candy and chicken nuggets, but they're right next to each other, so it looks like it says red left to right, cotton chicken candy nuggets. And somebody says they've got it stuck on their head to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles theme song. Like, cotton chicken candy nuggets, cotton chicken candy nuggets. So anyway, back to the point.
Was the point?
Yeah, I think there's something to be said for Steven's argument that as the genre of side scrollers going all the way back to Mario, potentially saving video games, and still, even with like even little changes to the formula of that game, still holds up extremely well. But if I have to like put my personal feelings aside and just go by the content of the debates, if I'm thinking of like being on a desert island and having to only have side scrollers or top down games, like the insane breadth of genres that Jared presented convinced me. I don't know why we took the gloves off and said, okay, it doesn't have to be only indies, and then Jared comes with every genre under the sun, and you're like, I'm just not gonna bring up other genres besides Metroidvania. Like, why would you shoot yourself in the foot like that? But yeah, my vote goes to Jared.
All right, Mateo, as the assist trophy, let's hear your thoughts.
This one was complicated, right? Because like the assist trophy was borderline insane. I don't understand what you were going for there, so I had to take some points away from that. No, honestly, Steven, your opener and your closer, they were solid. Like there's a lot of quantification of here's a bunch of side scrollers that are, super well received. I don't know. I've got to give it to Steven. I think that Steven tends to have really strong closers. I think this one was one of his stronger ones.
It's the only time that I'm usually serious, is it, my closer?
Yeah. Time to rein it in.
I'm gonna second what Mateo is saying about Steven's like open and closer. Like, yeah, it was really good, and I do like appreciate all those like high rated games. But Jared made a really good point that that's only like 2 or 3 genres of games. And Caden did point it out. You did shoot yourself in the foot by not bringing more genres to the table, whereas you have all these different like top-down viewed games with that style. I think Jared pulling out the secret weapon of using Hades, which was like my 2020 game of the year, I think my point's going to go to him just because like
nice.
It is a solid thing, and he pulled out all of the super giant games. That's
all I can say is if you could jump in Hades, I would have really liked that game.
Super Giant Games comes out with a side scroller, I'm gonna flip.
Oh.
Yeah. Man, I'd be
Backflip.
into that. I'd be so into that.
All right.
Their ISOs.
Before
the
we
longer
close,
the longer this debate went on, the more I was thinking about like some of the weird genres of like side-scrolling games. Have y'all ever played like Borrow Trauma?
No.
I've
like
heard of it though.
Yeah, it's like side-scroller horror survival. Like they have done some weird things in like the side-scroller space for sure.
Yeah, survival horror side scroller indies are pretty
The most
cool.
upsetting thing was I didn't get to like trash on like Pokemon or Final Fantasy.
Yeah, nobody brought up
the top down, RPGs and stuff. Yeah.
You were smirking earlier, Steven, about the idea of Jared not having heard of any side scrollers nominated for GOTY. Did you want to shout out any side scrollers?
Hollow Knight or In the Blind Forest.
Shovel Knight,
Dead Cells. Yeah, so like
SteamWorld Dig 2.
Were those?
I don't know if that's being that's like everyone's like coach's award. Like I wish SteamWorld Dig 2 got some GOTYs, but I think it's like everyone. It was everyone.
Oh sure, yeah. In my heart, it was a GOTY
year. It definitely should be, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Like it didn't. Like the fact that it's not a 90. Like it didn't show up in this list is upsetting. The fact that SteamWorld Heist. I love SteamWorld Heist. I don't think it's anywhere near as good as SteamWorld Dig 2 though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, back to you, Jenna. Sorry about that.
No, it's all good. So we'll go on to our last debate, which was our episode 69 debate.
Woo! I mean, nice.
There it is. All right. Which was which game had the sexiest characters? And it was Matt Storm and Jeff Moonen representing Hades versus Mateo.
League of the Devil.
Was it Mateo and Caden last week?
Steven?
Okay, I don't remember. Mateo and Steven. I only edit the show. Don't worry about it.
If I take my glasses off and my beanie reveal my bald head, it's hard to tell the difference between me and Steven.
Mateo and Steven representing the Resident Evil series, winning by 1 point.
Wow.
Wow. Heck yeah.
Was Resident Evil.
Knew it.
Quantification, baby.
Let's go.
Quantification.
I did not waste my morning on Rule 34 for no reason.
Never a wasted morning on Rule 34.
And with that, we'll see you in the pitch.
All right, fellas, it's time for the pitch. Wherein a handful of us panelists will have 2 minutes to make an elevator pitch on a game they've been playing, and the rest of us will decide whether or not we will buy the game based off the pitch before the game is revealed. Jonah, you're first up to the pitcher's mound. I will give you a countdown. Are you ready?
I am so ready.
3, 2, 1, pitch.
All right. So I don't just have one game for you this week. I've got a bundle of games. It's on the Steam Summer Sale. It's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Jared probably already knows what I'm talking about because I was telling him about it earlier this week. But it's a story-driven first-person shooter series, and it is one of the best. It is post-apocalyptic, and it's kind of spooky. Don't worry, it's not like too scary that you can't play it, but it's got like that thing of what's worse than the apocalypse, all the weird creatures or the humans, and you really get to find out. And the nice thing is you can get all of the games plus all of the DLC for like $12 on Steam Summer Sale right now. And I know the first two games you can probably, like, if you die hard, you could probably do it in a weekend. I know you can beat at least one in a weekend. But I love these games. They've got really good, like, first-person combat, amazing stealth mechanics. It's really cool. Like, you can creep around, and you've got, like, the game doesn't really have a HUD, but it's all, like, your gear is your HUD. And so, like, if you're in light, you've got a little indicator.
30 seconds.
You got a little indicator that shows you that you're in the light. And I believe it's got a sound meter too to show you if you're being too loud. And so if you get in the dark, that turns off, which is super, super helpful when you're trying to stealth around and pick dudes off from afar. It does that thing that Bioshock, like the first two Bioshocks do. If you upgrade your weapon or whatever, it shows that physically on your weapon. And I'm just a sucker for that. So that's it.
Nice.
I've just got one question. So would you say it is more of a shooter or is it more of a stealth game? Because that really would tip my scales.
It's a shooter, but I mean, you can play it guns a-blazing or you can go stealth. It's kind of got like that Far Cry aspect to it, where you can go in loud and proud if you want to, or just go in sneaky. It's not open world like Far Cry is.
That's cool. It sounds good to me. I love the old. Well, by the way, I loved when you pronounced humans. Humans, like they were a strange alien race.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But, yeah, I love the interpersonal drama of post-apocalyptic humanity. So that's got me in. I'm one of those people where, I traditionally don't like shooters, but every once in a while we just get like an insane banger, like campaign, single player, like Doom Eternal, that kind of thing. So,
and this game
it's
isn't
ticking
even
all my
lumped with
boxes.
multiplayer. There is no multiplayer.
Yeah,
it
it's
is
just
one campaign.
Even better for me. So yeah, I'm totally in, especially if it's an entire series. The entire series is on sale for, you said, $11
Yeah.
on Steam. Can't say no.
Jonah, in this game, are bullets just bullets, or they also sometimes currency?
It's
an odd question.
The first two games, they are currency.
Okay, yeah, I'm in. I have some amount of these games.
Cool. Any input, Jared?
Oh yeah, like I said, I've heard quite a bit about this bundle over the past couple of days, and it sounds pretty good. It sounds like a pretty good deal.
Yeah, I'm always wanting to try out more shooter games, especially if they're very highly regarded and they're short. That's like
Yeah, they
that's
are
a perfect
short.
sentence for me. So I'd give it a go.
All right.
All right, what's the game?
You guys
Jonah?
have just unlocked the Metro series.
Solid series, dude.
Yeah, they're so good. Metro 2033 and Metro Last Light came out on the Xbox and the PlayStation 3, or the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. And just fantastic first-person shooters. They remastered them and did the Metro Redux. And then Metro Exodus came out in like 2018, 2019. And all of the DLC for that game is on sale. The Last Light and 2033 DLC is bundled in with the Redux, so it's a solid series to play if you're looking for, I don't know, maybe 100 hours of content between the first game and the last one with all the DLC. You got it right there between 3 games.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a series I've always wanted to try.
Oh,
It looked really
so
interesting.
good, dude. They're so
They're
good.
always on like crazy specials as well. Because I think I picked up one of them on Switch for like $3.
Mm-hmm.
So like yeah, they're always
I'm just in it for the mutants. You know, I love the mutant freako radiated monsters.
And it's got a cool like, the game's got like a cool like alien sci-fi kind of story behind it too. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not just mutants and humans that you're having to worry about. There's like alien.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah, it's really cool.
All right, sick. All right, Jared, you're next up to the pitcher's mound. I'll give you a countdown. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, pitch.
So, if you guys are tired of AAA games letting you down, paying $70 for a game that's not even finished, you know, doesn't even have team communication, doesn't have a scoreboard when it comes out, I'm saying this game is going to be a good one for you. If you were as abysmally let down by Battlefield 2042 as I was, this game, we're talking, it's got classes for you. You got engineer, assault, leader, medic. You can drag your fallen comrades down back behind cover, start bringing them back up. You're getting in there. You need to watch out for helicopters, for tanks. You need to be on point, follow the commands. You and your buddies are going to be playing this game for so long. There is no amount of time that you're going to put in where somebody doesn't have one up on you. You have to go that extra mile. And it's only $15 right now on Steam. Super cheap, super fun. We got gun customization from the optics to the grips to the camo, from barrels to stocks. There is no amount of customization for these classes that'll stop. It's recon, you got snipers, it's everything, especially if you're tired of free hero shooters. They're done, they're over. That's boring. You don't need those anymore. That's, 5 years ago. They're over. You don't need battle royales anymore. It's done. The hype train's over for them.
30
this
seconds.
Is a classic. From team deathmatch to 64 on 64. This is the game that everyone is going to be playing pretty soon.
All right, 20 seconds on the clock. Speaking my language.
I'll ride the rest of the elevator in silence if you guys don't want this game.
Yeah, great point about AAA games coming out broken all the time now. So kudos to them. So I just have one question: does this game have a battle pass?
No.
Yes.
What?
Yes, a battle pass.
No,
I'm so tired. I'm so tired of battle passes.
I don't think it has any paid content other than like buying like a founding
Wow.
pack. That is, yeah,
That's so refreshing.
No.
It came out. It's not broken. There's no microtransactions or battle pass. Sign me up.
Just works.
it
just
just works.
Steven.
I watched a little bit of this content with Jonah, and it's not for me, but definitely appreciate its existence. But yeah, I'm not a multiplayer shooter guy, so yeah, it's just skip for me.
Cool. Any input from Mateo or Jonah?
Oh yeah, I was playing this earlier today.
I don't know that I remember how to play a shooter anymore if there's not like pointless grinding of materials to finish quests to unlock things anymore. But I guess I'm in.
I mean,
there's
there's still grinding. You still got to grind out the weapons and your levels and stuff to unlock more stuff. So there's still grinding there.
I'll say that I'm in, but this is only for the show and not an answer to Jonah messaging me telling me that I need to buy this game.
All right, Jared, what is the game?
The game is BattleBit, and it's so good.
BattleBit remastered, baby.
BattleBit remastered, yeah, it's so good. It's the first like super fun shooter that, for me at least, that's come out in a long time, where it feels like, it's a fresh take on an old system, and like it's very fun if you can get past the Roblox characters.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. I wanted to mention that in reference to our debate this week, because you mentioned so many genres, Jared, in the top down that do so much mechanically in the game, but have like 2D or like pixel art aesthetics. And like, it's just crazy. I think you guys were saying earlier, this game is a dev team of 3 people. And it's just amazing what a dev team can pull off where they don't prioritize the graphics and prioritize the gameplay. And it seems like, if this game's the new hotness, it's like everybody and their mother's playing it from what I've been hearing. It just seems like photorealistic, mind-blowing graphics just like don't matter that much, So it's just interesting,
Yeah.
That might be the big difference between, indie and AAA is AAA is going to make games based on what makes money, and indie will make games on what's based on fun.
Exactly.
We found the answer, folks. We found the answer.
Indie games are fun. AAA games are not fun. All right. So that just leaves Steven up to the pitcher's mound. I'll give you a countdown. Are you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, pitch.
Well, let me change your mind on. There are some big games that can be fun. Now, this game is. I would call it a fashion action game. It is a game about looking your best and the gameplay loop that is associated with that. So much like a Dark Souls, depending on what you dress, people will remark on it, and also like you can join different factions based on how you look. Fashion is so ingrained in this game, and so you can customize your gear to look how you want it to look. There's an entire town gripped with fashion fever, and you're there to assist them and to make sure that they make the right decisions when it comes to fashion. So not only do you have that, but then also the way that you do upgrade all of your fashion items is you go out and you fight monsters and bosses, and you get parts and stuff like in a lot of action adventure games and RPGs and stuff like that, so that you can upgrade them so that they're not only awesome, like amazing looking, so you're feeling your best, but also they help you in the gameplay as well. It's just, I played this game for over 100 hours, just like non-stop dopamine feeling of wanting
30 seconds.
to just be amazing. And you could run around the world naked, but everyone will remark on the fact that you are naked. It's just this amazing feeling. But like, if you want a game where you just are always looking your best, you should definitely pick this one up. And the combat is really cool too. Lots of awesome puzzles. But yeah, I would call it fashion first gaming.
Wow, 5 seconds on the clock.
Must
I'm
be
excited
AAA.
for this
It doesn't
because
sound fun.
unless this is just a meme and I'm being tricked, I feel like it's so rare that you guys present a game that I don't know what it is by the time you're done describing it. So it's also giving me like shades of like Monster Hunter, which I love. So I'm totally in. I'm excited. I want to become the top tier fashionista of my town. What do you think, Mateo?
Thank you.
I think that Steven's being tricky. But I'm in. Like, the pitch that he gave sounds cool. I think I know the game it is, and obviously it's a good game. But I don't know. We'll see if I'm right or not. I'm in.
Jonah, Jared, any input?
Despite my remarks that I made after Steven's pitch, it does sound interesting, and I will bite.
Oh yeah, I'm in. I've played a lot of Dark Souls games, and I'm willing to sacrifice, the best armor for the coolest looking armor any day of the week. So yeah, I'm in.
Oh yeah. All right,
Hell
Steven.
yeah. What's the game, Mateo?
It's I don't know, dude. I'm thinking like Tears of the Kingdom or Final Fantasy
Legend of
16.
Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. Play it
Well,
for
we
the
all
fashion,
already
man.
own this game, so yeah, man. This is just like one of those things that's so frustrating that like the game does not have like, you know, a transmog or like
Transmog.
if they just did like the Spider-Man game thing where like you could mix and match your like aesthetic
Power.
with like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
skills
yeah.
on the armor. It's just and like you have to do this incredibly long, tedious side
you got-
quest just to get the hood up and down. Like
Yeah,
what the
yeah.
hell, you know?
Not
You know-
tedious.
okay,
Amazing.
you know what? You know what though? I will say they have that as an option in this one where they didn't in Breath of the
Yeah.
Wild.
It
Yeah,
proves
but
how,
it's
it proves how much of a himbo that Link is.
yeah, he
Oh,
doesn't know how to go
I
like
could
this.
do that.
They just dedicated
well-
one button to Link going like this.
Yeah. Well, I'm sad that it's not the game that you described, Steven, but I'm not sad because it's Tears of the Kingdom. But somebody make that game that you described, A World of Fashion. Yeah, well, that was the pitch. So check them out, y'all. We got BattleBit Metro bundle on Steam and Tears of the Kingdom. Heard of it? I'll turn things over to Steven for the game.
Welcome back, guys. It's time for the game, and today we are playing You Filthy Cheat. The object of the game is, I would say, the name or the button prompt for a cheat, and your goal is to answer what game it came from, and possibly get an extra bonus point for saying what the cheat does. So I'll go around the chat in order so that everyone gets a chance to say it, and then we'll open it up for a steal as well. So starting with Jared, we have Rosebud.
Just Rosebud,
Rosebud.
huh?
Yep, that's
Just
the name of the
Rosebud.
cheat.
Just Rosebud.
Unlocks 2B's asshole.
Oh,
Oh,
this is from one of your favorite top-down games that you love.
Oh, the pressure's on.
So many good ones that I'm not quite sure.
Hard to
what
say.
Do you want to guess or pass?
I'm gonna pass on this one.
Jared, you.
is it from like one of the Grand Theft Autos?
Ooh, it's not.
Ooh,
No.
okay.
Mateo.
It's from The Sims, and it gives you like a million whatever the money is called in The
Oh,
Sims.
It is the money
Nice.
cheat. 2 points for Mateo. Nice.
Wow. Nice one.
Okay.
Mateo.
Jonah. This one's a nice easy one for you. R2, R2, R1, R2, L1, R2, left, down, right, up, left, down, right, up.
That is definitely a GTA cheat.
You got the game.
Wow.
Now let's have a
is-
guess of what it is.
That's either to repair the car or get rid of your wanted. I'm gonna go with the get rid of your wanted.
No, but so you're 1 point, Mateo.
Oh man! So just guess what it does.
Guess
Yeah,
the
I guess.
cheat, yeah.
Okay, gets rid of your wanted. Let's go with that one.
That's what I just said.
You
That's
just
what
said
it
the same
just
thing.
said.
Oh,
twice,
did
that's
you say-
fine.
did you
Caden?
How about it maxes out your money?
Ooh,
Random
no.
guess.
And Jared.
Okay.
Is that giving you a random weapon set?
Yes, weapon
Oh,
set
what?
1.
Nice.
For Caden. That's from Vice City, in particular. All right.
Stealing my
This here-
points,
so
Jared.
for Mateo, this is all one word in capitals, by the way. Cheat. Now you can fly high in the sky.
Yeah, I wonder what that does.
Cheat. Now you can fly high in the sky.
Yeah.
I have no idea what game that is. I would guess it makes you fly though, and enables no clip mode or something.
What?
I don't think you get the bonus point unless you can guess the game.
Yeah,
I
I think
think
that's
that's
fair.
probably
I think that's
fair.
Yeah. Caden.
Let's say, could it be a like Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 cheat code? Just random guess.
No.
Okay.
Jared.
Is it like a Elder Scrolls cheat code?
Ooh, that's a good guess. No. And Jonah,
That would have been good.
close it out.
What was the cheat called again?
Cheat. Now you can fly high in the sky.
Is it? It's gonna be something really stupid. I know it is. Let's go with like Terraria. Just pull one out of my
Not
boot.
bad. No, it's Banjo Kazooie.
Oh.
So yes, it does.
God.
It makes you give you
Infinite red
infinite flight.
feathers.
All right.
2 points for Steven.
Oh damn, this is maybe too easy. Actually, you're younger
Well,
than
I have
me,
0
so you might not
points,
get
so-
this. All right, Caden, explain how to do the missing no glitch.
Oh, fuck. Does it have something to do with, like, taking the card out or something? I know it's like Pokemon Red and Blue, but I have no idea how to do it.
Pokemon Red and Blue is the game, so yes, you get 1 point. Does anyone know how to do it, or what it does? I guess.
You gotta
I know
go
what it
way up
does.
in the ocean. I can't remember quite where, but way up in the corner of the map, back and forth in the same spot till you get the
Yeah.
missing number Pokemon.
Yep.
Nice.
Do you know what it does?
Wants to
Gives
missing
you a
number
jacked up
Pokemon.
looking Pokemon to catch.
I know what it does.
What does it do?
Doesn't it do item duplication?
It does. Yeah, it does like
Oh.
124 extra things. So I think there's like 3 points spread around there, Caden.
Yeah. Okay. I got
All
the
right.
game. Jared knew where to find it. Teo knows what it does.
Back around to Jared, we have Big Daddy.
Ooh. Must steal this one. Oh, it's
This one
probably a red
I
herring.
used this so often as a kid.
Big Daddy. That's got to be. I don't know. There's a lot. If he's just a kid, it's got to obviously. You know, it's an older game, but like, there's so many. The cheats were so much bigger back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man,
Let's take a
that
guess.
was a Banjo Kazooie too.
No.
That'd be funny.
Jonah.
Yes.
My bedroom. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, jeez.
Is that what
There's
you
probably a
call
game
your
on
life?
Steam right now called My Bedroom.
Big Daddy. See, the first thing I immediately thought of BioShock, but I don't think that's correct.
Yeah.
Let's go Metal Gear Solid.
No.
Interesting.
Mateo.
Oh, dude, that's easy. That's NBA Jam. It unlocks Adam Sandler as a playable character, and it changed the ball into the kid from the movie Big Daddy.
Please tell me that you're telling the truth. Oh my god.
Caden.
Could it possibly be like Spider-Man 2 on PS2? I don't know.
Ooh, no. This is Age of Empires. This gets you the
Never
rocket
played
launcher
it.
Shelby Cobra. It is,
All right.
just makes the game so much fun. All right, Jonah.
Yes.
I'm wondering if I should say this. I'll say it. I'll say it as one word. Abacab.
Abacat?
Or I could say the letters if you want. A B A C A B B.
Oh.
BACABB.
I don't know. Yes.
All cops are bastard bastards.
Mateo. Yeah, I know. I
That
was
is-
like, yeah.
That is the blood cheat in Mortal Kombat for Sega Genesis.
That is the blood code. Bang, bang, bang. 2 points.
Mateo, the cheat lord,
I guess so,
All
man.
right.
the Cooper of cheat knowledge.
Caden, obviously you'll get 1 point for this easily, but whether
Better.
or not you can get the second point, up, up, down, down, left, right, B, A, and star.
I'm really hope that I'm not about to embarrass myself, but is that not the Konami code?
That is the Konami code. What game is it originally from?
Originally,
I know this one.
Pac-Man?
No.
Is that even a Konami game?
No.
That's a Namco. That's a
Namco.
Namco game. Okay.
Jared, do you know what it's originally from?
Is it originally from Contra?
No.
Oh, it's
that's
not?
a great guess, though.
It's a
It is
misconception.
Man.
Oh, that was gonna be my guess.
Yeah.
Oh,
Contra 2!
That it was a prequel somehow.
Oh man, I'm so lost. Is it
It wouldn't be a Castlevania game.
yeah,
would it?
Castlevania. No? Okay.
Contra came out before Castlevania, I'm pretty sure. Mateo.
Yeah.
I have no idea which one the original one is.
Oh.
I just know that it's not from Contra. That's the only bit of trivia I remember. I don't remember which one it's actually from.
Does anyone know this is the only hint I'll give you. Open floor for anyone for the steal. It's a shmup.
Oh, like Gladius or Galaga, or there's so many of those.
You almost said the word, but
Galaga, Gradia,
Gladius is a
Gladius.
sword.
Okay,
Gladius is
no,
a sword.
it's not Gladius. All right, well I give up.
Gradius.
Radius?
Radius. Okay, isn't that in like there's like one of the old Tekken games has like that as a load screen.
It,
Am I making that
Probably.
up?
the
They
code
don't
originally gives
publish
you
Tekken.
infinite lives in Contra, though, right?
30
Yeah.
lives.
Oh, 30
Yeah.
lives.
Cool.
Which was still not enough for me to beat that game. I'm terrible at it.
Yeah, you need save states on that one.
All right. Back to Jared. We have God.
Oh,
Dog?
God.
God.
God. Okay. Okay.
the inverse.
God.
I mean, that's you can throw God mode in on a lot of games.
They do.
Oh.
Question of which one unlocks if you write God in the tilde window.
The tilde window? Is that a clue? What does that mean?
Yeah, everyone used the tilde window back in the old PC games.
She's an actress.
Yeah, tilde swit. You write in tilde swit and you look up like reverse Google image search.
I bet she'd do a good job playing as a text entry field. She could do it.
Yeah. I'm
Transformative
not
actor.
one of the old school just Warcraft games.
Warcraft, no. Jonah.
Good guess.
Minecraft?
Also a good
Old
guess.
game.
I don't know, dude.
Mateo.
Let's just go with a random old game. Let's say Hexen.
Ooh,
Nice.
You're on the right track. No, Caden.
What does that mean on the right track?
right.
How about Halo?
No, Quake.
Oh!
Wait, oh,
And obviously we know what God mode does.
We do?
This one's sorry.
Just
This one is a fairly easy one. We'll see, but the bonus points is different. So
I'm a youngin'. The only
Jonah.
cheats I ever did were like Grand Theft Auto when I was like
Oh, there you go.
12. Okay, let's go.
Well, you did get that one. You got that.
I know
point.
I got that one.
DK mode.
DK mode.
DK
mode.
mode. Okay. Whose question is this? Is it Jonah?
Yeah, it's me.
Yeah, Jonas.
I know of this actually. Oh,
Come on. Put those brain cells together.
there's very few of them. The brain cells, not the games.
DK. Donkey Kong. He's
finally
back.
Is it Donkey Kong Country 2?
No, that you are playing Donkey Kong, so you
And-
are playing
and-
DK
and-
mode.
In Country 2,
Oh,
I
you're
thought?
saying like you could unlock like
Yeah,
Donkey Kong?
yeah.
That's a cool idea. No, you're dumb. But anyway, Mateo.
I have no idea. You typed this in somewhere, I'm assuming?
It's the title of the cheat. You activate it.
Let's say Madden. Maybe this is one of those weird old Madden modes where you got like
That'd
big
be
heads or
fun.
something.
That'd be fun. Caden?
Say it's a red herring and it's not Donkey Kong. It's referencing a dick, and this is like a Skyrim cheat code that gives you like a big dick.
No, Jared.
Oh, no? Oh, dang it.
Mario 64. Were there even cheats for that one?
Ooh, no, there were not. It was GoldenEye 007.
GoldenEye.
Oh,
Man.
And yeah, it'd give you a big head and the really long arm.
Oh, it makes you look like DK.
Looks like
I
DK,
love it.
yeah.
All right.
All right. Do we have what's the point total?
Oh.
Are we close, or is there a clear winner?
No, we got me and Jared tied for second place with 2 points. Jonah bringing up the caboose with 1 point, and Mateo running away in the lead with 5 points.
Damn. All right, I just want to do one more just because it's really dumb, and it would be cool.
We got a lot of time. We got a lot of time too.
What it does. All right. Okay. I'll do a couple more. All right. This is well, it'll give it away anyway. Keep your cursor on Ryu for 3 seconds. Now move to T-Hawk and pause on his square for another 3 seconds. Move left to Guile and pause again. Now move to Cammy through Daalism. Go down, then left, and wait again. Now move all the way to Ryu. Go left to Ken, then up. And pause for the final 3 seconds. As soon as the seconds are up, press all 3 punch buttons and your start button at the same time. A shadow should now replace Ryu's picture. What does that unlock?
There's so many Street Fighter games, though.
Is that Akuma?
Yeah, that's a Guma.
Yeah.
In what
Oh,
game?
hell yeah.
Street Fighter 3.
Ooh. Jonah?
Street Fighter 2.
I don't. Yeah, there we go. Which is just like, and that's the arcade cabinet, I'm guessing. But
Yeah.
my god, that's just the most insane stuff. All right, one. I'll do one more. So are we around to Jonah? Is it? Is that what
Yes.
it was?
Sure. Yeah.
Up plus turbo plus steel at tonight's matchup screen until the screen fades.
Wait. So,
Think
Yeah, I
about
didn't even.
There's 2 button combinations that you need to think of.
Okay.
Up plus turbo plus steel at the tonight's matchup screen until the screen fades.
is that a
Feeling.
punch out?
Sorry?
Punch
No,
out?
no, it's not.
No. Okay.
Mateo?
It's NBA Jam, big head mode.
Yeah, it is. Yes.
Yo!
Smashed it.
Well,
Yeah,
it looks like
Mateo.
Mateo is the filthy cheat.
Absolutely.
Apparently, yeah.
So it turns out that Jonah Goma is the least filthy of all the cheaters on this show.
Nice work.
So,
Purist.
so well done to Jonah.
With
for
the
losing.
extra point,
Well-
Jared did
well
submit
done to
himself
Mateo.
in second
being a
place
filthy
with no
cheat.
competition. So nice work, Jared.
Did y'all ever own any of the Game Genies or anything like that? Was that before?
I had a
most
Game
of y'all's
Shark
gaming
on
time?
the
Game
Game
Shark,
Boy
yeah,
Advance.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I'm definitely a filthy cheat. When it came to, I was down to like 30 odd Pokemon to complete a dex, and so I was like, well, instead of replaying the game of Black and White, which I didn't like, I just Game Sharked all of the Pokemon that I didn't want to go and redo
Nice,
the game
nice.
for.
Oh yeah. All right, sick. Well, thanks so much for running the game for us, Steven. Always a pleasure. And with that, we've made it to the end of the podcast. Congratulations, everyone. You can pat yourself on the back. And it's time for final words. So, as our guest, Jared, I'll give you the first final word, whatever is on your mind. Anything you want to shamelessly plug, just whatever. Go for it.
Nothing that I want to shamelessly plug. I do want to say, though, even though I did debate against 2D platformers, I grew up playing the Sonic games. I do love them. I know that there's been a lot of shitty ones, but I'll still play them every time.
Heck yeah. All right. Jonah, final thoughts.
Final thoughts. It was a great show. I really enjoyed that debate. I'm a little disappointed because I thought it was going to be spicier, in all honesty, and it wasn't that spicy, and I'm really disappointed. But there's always room for another show, and we can make it a
Hey,
spicy.
that was
I really wanted it
All
to be
right.
a spicy episode, but you know what? It was okay. It was very gentlemanly. That being said, if you guys like the debate and you want to vote for it, you can cast your votes on our Discord on the Cast Your Votes channel. And we would really appreciate it if you shared the show with a friend. And if you'd like to support us and our Discord, or the show and the Discord, you can find us at Great Game Debate on Patreon.
very nice. Mateo, final thoughts.
I've got a couple of final thoughts. So I've been watching I've been listening to this podcast called Midnight Burger, and
Ooh,
it
that's a
is
good
my
name.
new favorite thing.
That's a good
It's
name.
my new favorite thing. It's like Doctor Who, but like with a diner that travels through time and space.
Nice.
Thoroughly enjoyable. Also, I just got a little pop-up down here on the bottom right of my screen, and it says BattleBit Remastered is ready to play because I went and bought the game just now, just for you, Coda. So those are the closing thoughts there.
Nice. After podcast plans confirmed.
Yes,
Steven,
sir.
final thoughts?
My final thoughts is I've got to throw Jonah under the bus because he didn't give the shout outs to the shout out patrons.
Oh
So
my
I'm gonna pass
God,
it back
thank you.
Over to Jonah because he missed it last week as well.
I know I did. Oh man. God, why you gotta sell me out like that? We gotta thank Pucho, Wes Bates, and Dan Gleason. Thank you guys for
Shout
supporting
out.
us.
All right. Well, my final thoughts are I'll probably pitch it later, but random game went on sale for free on the Epic Store this week called Grime. It's just like a 2-3-year-old 2.5D Metroidvania that you've never heard of. And it's just free. I just decided to try it, and it's actually like really cool. So by the time this podcast goes up, it's probably not going to be free anymore. But there you go. As always, I've been your host, Caden Barrett Lane, and happy gaming. Bye.
Bye. Congratulations on the baby, Kaden.
Aw, thanks, guys.
As always, a big thank you to our friend Misdriven for the music in our podcast. If you like what you hear and you want to check out more of what they have, you can pay them a visit on Twitter at MISTRIVEN719 or on Bandcamp at Misdriven. Thanks again for tuning in. Till next time.
There's nothing more humbling than at school when it was like everyone counting their head to 1 minute and then like put your hand down. Like,
Oh
when
my
you're
god,
at
that
a
was
minute.
so hard.
I've never done that. What?
I used to be like, I'm,
sick,
dude.
I used to be like, I'm fucking on here, and I'd be like 1 minute 20 or something like that. I'm like, God damn it!
Yeah.
How long?
I always
Or just
undershot it.
1, 2.
Yeah, you got your head down on the table, then you like figure it out like a dumbass.
That's the
and
thing.
see
When
that
I
you're,
watch,
like, way off.
because I'm that sort of freaking neurodivergent. I'll watch the microwave and be like, that doesn't feel like a second. Like how it moves, I'm like, it's either too quick or too slow, but it's either way, it's out of sync.
Okay. So debate side game here. When Jonah says start, we're all gonna try to predict when there's 30 seconds left by putting our hands up.
Yeah.